it's Kate from Inkstampshare.ink. Today I decided to show you how to cut a basic card blank, a card base to fit a medium-sized envelope. It's quite a useful thing to know, and one that I had to search for when I first started card making to get the most out of my card stock so I wasn't wasting it. And something, it's just an easy measurement to remember to get your different orientations of card. So I'll just show you how I do it. Okay, now from an A4 piece of card, I cut it in half so I get two. So I'm using my trimmer, my Stampin Up trimmer, and I cut in metric at 14.8 centimetres, and I cut down the middle, and I have two that I can use for card blanks then. I then score down the middle of that at 10.5 centimetres. So the key measurements to know, 14.8 centimetres by 10.5. And that's all you need to remember. And to do that, I have this type of card that folds like this that I can do, and I can have it portrait or I can have it landscape. Okay, and so I can make two out of this one A4 piece of card. So I'm scoring at 10.5. And then I have my card blanks, and they fit into one of the standard size envelopes, as you can see. Perfect for card making, and so simple. So that's how you do it that way round. You can also do it this way, where you just change the orientation and you just change the measurements. So instead of doing it this way at 14.8, I'm going to do it this way at 10.5. Just swap it over, change it round, cut right up the middle, so you have two long pieces, cut it then, sorry if my head's getting in the shot, cut it then at 14.8, sorry, score it then at 14.8, and you have this fold of card. So, and that obviously is the same size, fits the same envelope, just a different orientation. So the key measurements are 14.8 and 10.5, and they remain the same. So you can get two from each piece. There we go. So there's I've made 4 card blanks there. So that's really simple to know. And if you just keep it written down in the corner of your scrap paper or grid paper, you're always going to know, and eventually you won't need to have to remember it anymore. So then, once you've got your blank, you need your layer. So I'm going to, instead of putting another layer on, I'm going to use this as my layer, the one I've already stamped my images on. And what I tend to do is I make it a half a centimetre smaller around to fit, so you've got a nice border of your base. So this is 10.5 because we measured it across the top, and it's 14.8 across that way. So I would make my card, which I've already cut, 10 centimetres by 14.3. So I've literally taken half a centimetre off to make my layer. And you can do that as many times as you like. So if you wanted another layer underneath it, you just each time reduce it by half a centimetre, and you've got your layer. So if you had your piggies going along the card this way, you could do it this way, or you could put it on your other one, and you could have it this way, or if your piggies were orientated, you'd have it that way. So it's a very simple thing to do. Now the inside, because I've got a pink piece of cardstock, I believe this is Flirty Flamingo, the inside I always put a piece of white cardstock so that we can put our sentiment in the middle and you can see what you're writing, and it finishes it off nicely. And so my inside piece is the same as the front layer. It's half a centimetre smaller, so my front and my inside are the same. Now, because I watercoloured my piggies, I did this on watercolour paper, but my inside piece just needs to be whisper white. So I'll show you how I cut my panels for inside. So I will cut it at 14.3, like so, and then 10. So obviously you would get 4 of these out of each piece of A4 cardstock. So there we have it. Very simple way to do your card. Okay, I'll show you how to finish it off. So I'm going to put my layer on. Sorry, I was practicing on the back of there. We don't waste anything. So I've got my glue and I'm just going to glue on the back like so. I love the Tombow glue. Right, so that's that. I'm going to do a series of videos of very basic tips and techniques. There we go. So there's the top. And then before I put it in, I'm going to stamp it before I stick it down. Because then if I go wrong, if I've already stuck it in and I go wrong, then my whole card is messed up. But if I go wrong on my piece of white, I can always turn my piece of white over, or I can swap it for a new piece. So I'm going to put says thanks inside mine. Okay. Make sure I've got it the right way out. That's always useful. Yay! Says thanks. So I shall put some glue on the back of that one as well and stick it into my card. My trimmer has a little arm on it that pulls out, so I can put 12 by 12 pieces of paper in there too and cut those down using the trimmer. So it takes quite large pieces of paper and you can cut those to whatever size you like. There we go. So, oh, I just smudged it. Never mind. This little piggy says thanks. I hope you like the card, and I hope that's a useful tip for you in cutting your card blanks and your layers. I shall be putting this on my blog, so if you'd like to go back to remember the measurements, just pop on there. That's Inkstampshare.ink. And if you like the piggies or any of the other products and you'd like to purchase those, hop over to my shop. That's katebolt.stampinup.net. Thanks for stopping by.